Hello children, welcome back to Uma Talks, and here today we are going to start with a new chapter, okay, Management of Natural Resources, chapter 10th in biology. Okay, so up till now you must have finished the rest of the chapters, okay, and this is one of the last chapters in biology, that is Management of Natural Resources. Hope all this way while you have been studying biology with me, you must have subscribed the channel, okay, and you must be liking it also, so and sharing it with your friends. That is what is my expectation at the end of the chapter. Okay, now I will not ask you to subscribe. Yes, do keep watching the motivational videos, because it is definitely going to help you motivated for your boards and for any juncture, at any juncture in your life, wherever you are, okay, wherever you need a boost, just open the videos and watch it. Okay, thank you children, and let's come to the video. Management of natural resources. Yes children, natural resources, what do you understand by it? The air, the water, okay, all this, the forest, okay, coal, petroleum, even the wildlife, okay, all these are natural resources for which you do not pay, you get naturally, you get free of cost, okay. And sometimes I feel that only because we get free of cost, we do not understand their importance, isn't it? And we go on wasting it. So now the time has come that we become realized, we become more conscious, okay, so that what we are going to leave for our generations. It's not that we have inherited from the our forefathers, it is what we are going to leave for our coming generations. So we all must be very, very conscious about it and utilize these natural resources only as much as it is required. So with this introduction, I start the chapter. So how do we manage the natural resources so that we can utilize for ourselves and we can also leave for the coming generations? So the first thing is sustain resources. Yes, utilize only as much as it is required. Now let me give you some examples, like electricity which we use at homes. Okay, even sometimes when we are not at home, the light keeps on and the fan is working. That's not required. Only because we pay the electricity bill, it's not our right to waste it. Okay, so a day will come when we will have the money but there won't be any electricity. The same thing goes, okay, it can be sustained for the water. If some leaky taps are there, okay, we must get it repaired so that the water wastage is sustained. Again, wherever water can be, like if bathing can be done with the bucket and the mug, okay, instead of using the showers, again wastage of water. Now I don't say that don't use showers, completely on your mental makeup, okay. Then again wasting of water in many ways that we keep seeing it every now and then, okay. So these, then hunting of the animals, okay, then petrol ka wastage, you know very well, all the pollutions which are there on the roads, that is due to this only, okay. And very soon you can see the rise in the petrol prices also is rising because the consumption is more and the way we buy it, okay, it is bought, that is lesser in amount, and hence the comparison, the price rises. The same goes with coal, okay. So all these are natural resources and they must be managed only for as much as it is required must be used, and then it must be kept, it must be preserved. Yes, in order to conserve the environment, even if we do that, definitely, in other words, we will be protecting the environment. All the pollutions which takes place, okay, the water pollution, the air pollution, okay, even the noise pollution, all these can be also saved due to this sustainable resources. If we try and control this, if we try and manage the natural resources in other fields also, quite a lot of changes will take place, definitely. Okay, environmental problem is not only the country's problem, it is a global problem throughout the world. So all of us, everybody throughout the world must come in together, and it is an international treaty, international issue, and it is being solved like that. Okay, Then yes, awareness programs are there. Okay, people, those who are aware, and they try to spread this awareness. Okay, you can very well correlate these days. Okay, not these days, but just a year back. Okay, the Chief Minister of Delhi. Who is it? Just let me know. Mr. Kejriwal. Yes. Okay, what did he do? In order to control the pollution, the vehicles odd and even hidden. Okay, so that the number of vehicles will be lesser on the roads and hence contributing less to the pollution in the place in Delhi. Okay, so that was to spread awareness. Even the students, those who were there, okay, he made the children stand, and those who went without sometimes without helmet or sometimes without following the odd even rule, presented with roses. Okay, that was also a way to spread awareness. Then the Ganga Action Plan, which you remember very well. Okay, you must have studied also. That was started in 1985. That was due to the deteriorating condition of Ganga. Okay, now what happened over there? The water, because all the cities which are located on the, you can say, very close to Ganga, on the beaches of Ganga, on the side of Ganga, okay, UP, Bihar, West Bengal, what do? We throw all the waste. The industries are also located over there. So all the sewage, all the waste, everything from the factories, from the home sewage, everything is dumped into Ganga, and hence what happens? It deteriorates the quality of water. Even children, the coliform bacteria, the bacteria which is found in our small intestine, okay, that bacteria through the waste, through definitely people go and defecate over there. So all that also gets washed into the water, and that also pollutes the water. Okay, that again pollutes the water. This coliform bacteria gets into the water and adds to the pollution, makes it more poisonous. Okay, so this is what actually is the natural resources. Now when we come over there, how can it be protected? How can we protect our environment? How can we manage? Yes, there are 3 R's. What are those 3 R's? Reduce, recycle and reuse. Yes, what is reduce? Reduce is to reduce the consumption of whatever the natural resources are available to us. तो सबसे important चीज है कि हम उतना ही यूज करें जितना कि हमको बहुत जरूरत है. लाविश लाइफ करने की जरूरत नहीं है कि घर में 5 लोग हैं तो 5 कारें हैं और हम एक जगह जा रहे हैं तो 5 लोग 5 कार में जा रहे हैं. That is not the management of natural resources. Okay, only because we can afford, we will go in our own personal cars. That is not there. 1 car and 5 families can go together, and it's not necessary to have 5 cars also. Okay, so there we talk about reduce. Now recycle. Yes, the newspapers, the plastics, the glass, okay, what we use, that can be recycled back and again formed into the same content. Okay, so recycling, instead of throwing it, like newspapers, the old newspapers, the copies, the notebooks, the textbooks, okay, we sell it to the paper wala who comes, so that they go and give it to the person who gets it recycled. Now the recycling also requires some energy. The best is reuse. Now what is reuse, children? To use the same thing again and again. So how can it be done? Suppose an old cloth, अगर कोई बच्चा पहना हुआ है, that cloth, instead of throwing it, या shirt, pant or frock or anything, okay, can be preserved by the mother, and for the second child, when the child grows to that age, can be utilized again. So again, instead of throwing it off, adding waste to the environment, polluting the environment, it can be utilized again. The shoes, एक बार कहीं से फट गया, instead of throwing it, it can be mended and used again. Okay, the glass bottles in which we get the jams and jellies and sauces, okay, they can also, after the complete usage of the product what we have brought from the market, again it can be utilized for keeping some of the materials in the kitchen. It can be utilized in the kitchen, the bottles can be utilized. So that is what is reuse. So reduce, recycle and reuse. These are the 3 R's. So with this, I complete the introductory portion to this chapter, children, and meet you in the second lecture. So hope you must have understood. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes, one more thing. pH concentration. The water ka pH concentration is very must. Now what is pH concentration? That is hydrogen ion concentration. That can be tested with a litmus paper also. It is okay. So with that it can be tested, and if it comes to below 7, if the number comes below 7, the water is acidic. Beyond 7, okay, more than 7, it is basic, okay, or alkaline you can say, and at 7 it is neutral. So water must be neutral. If you want to see some water where it is very polluted, you can test it. So that is what, with that we come to an end to this particular topic. Thank you all. Thank you.